the streets have sold us a lie, right? And Young Thug is pretty much proof of it. Recently, there's been some footage that have gotten hashed out that happened from 2 years ago of him sitting in some kind of room and basically offering information to the police. Whether that information led to some kind of criminal being arrested or not, I don't know, right? But he was in a room cooperating with law enforcement, and many people are debating whether that's snitching or not. That's the crux of the argument. Did Young Thug snitch or not? And is there some hypocrisy in the fact that Young Thug had these feelings and sentiments towards Gunna that he himself could have copied or have done worse? So the footage is not hard to pull up. I just sat through like a 2-hour Trap Lord Ross video to kind of get some understanding of what was said, and it's tricky. And in fact, if you really a hardcore street guy, it's really even not that tricky at all, right? But this goes to show you, not that the streets are a myth. I'm not saying that the streets are a myth, but the streets create a code, and the code, who gets to do what? It always shifts, it morphs, it changes. What rules apply to this person doesn't apply to that person, and we're seeing that live with the Gunna Young Thug situation, because many people are saying, well, no, Young Thug didn't do this and didn't do that, or Young Thug, that was AI, right? And they're saying, well, the guy he's talking about said that he didn't, right? And it's just all of these goalposts that are moving. And this goes to show you that, man, the street life persona that has been promoted and pushed by these major companies of being a street ninja, right? Being a real street soldier. It's almost like a government psyop. You would probably think it's a government psyop, the way that this stuff is being pushed, only to find out that some of these people who are out here promoting this stuff, promoting the use of drugs and violence and a street code, may not be living up to the code that they themselves are promoting. This is the sad part, because on one person you're saying, hey man, Gunna, he's this, he's that, and then this person that accuses him has some questionable behavior as well. So that's where we are. The whole street persona is pushing having this image that you got to uphold, where realistically, when the heat gets turned up in the kitchen, a lot of people can't handle that pressure. A lot of people are going to show their true colors, right? And this video is not to say whether he did or he didn't, but this just goes to show you that this stuff is toxic, man. The stuff that's being pushed out there and promoted is toxic, and a lot of times the people that's pushing it and promoting it, they're not living up to it themselves. It starts with the music, right? And the music is pushing and promoting this image of, look, man, you got to be this, you got to be that. And a lot of guys are not living up to the stuff that they're preaching. And that's the way that the streets are, because the real guys that are from the street, they're either dead, they're either in prison, they're either paralyzed, or the few that have lived that life up to that street code and made it out, they aren't really visible. And the few that are visible on the internet, right? It's only like a small handful. But in the end, it's really not worth it because, I mean, where's the benefit package in this? It's just a bunch of people going to jail, a bunch of people that you commit crimes with turning on you and trying to cut out the best deal for them. Why? Because they're basically in it for themselves. And a lot of children, they're being lied to when they're told, "Hey, man, you gotta go out here, you gotta hold it down, you gotta be a YN and be street and be hood and all of that." And it's like, man, you don't have to be that. You can be yourself. You can absolutely be yourself. You don't have to be a rapper that's promoting the stuff that is destructive, only for you to get caught up in a situation where you're attracting that type of energy. And now you have to surround yourself with street individuals, people that are really from the streets, in order to get that credibility. That's why they're pushing these Ricos so tough. That's why they're pushing these Ricos so hard, because they know that the entertainers like to be around real street people to get that credibility. You need that credibility, right? And only for the street people to crash out, and the celebrities and the entertainers look out what's best for them. You know, right now is the time to say, hey man, the streets, that's not the road you want to go down. That's really not the road you want to go down. It's time to pick up a trade. It's time to go open a business. It's time to look, man, throw on that bus uniform and drive for the city. Go get that CDL, man. Right? Go try to be an electrician. Go try to be a plumber. Something that AI won't go after. I'm not even telling you to go to school or go to junior college, right? Unless you want to go to junior college and go and work towards something that's a specific trade, like an engineer or something, where you can need years and years of school. But the streets, man, it's a wrap. The technology that's being placed out there, like I spoke about with the Trump going to DC stuff, the technology just won't allow the criminal behavior to I mean, you're going to have to go to jail. There's cell phone towers everywhere. There's you know, they're always going to use the fact that, hey, if you work with us, we're going to shave off time. So if you tell us, if you cooperate with us, you know, they're psychologically pulling all types of games. And more people are seeing, man, you know, damn, I thought this dude was solid. And this is the main one turning on everybody. So it's kind of like the Bronx Tale. A Bronx Tale where you had Robert De Niro in the film. And this is the biological father of the main character. And then the main character also has somewhat of another father that's a part of the street. You know, like a father figure who's on the street, running stuff on the streets, right? He's a crime figure. And he's attracted to the crime figure because of the clout that the crime figure has. But the father tells the son, look, he tries to say the same message. Man, you need to go the square route. You need to be a square. There's nothing for you in them streets. The real gangster is a man that wakes up every morning and goes to work every day. Or something to that effect. If you watch that film, A Bronx Tale. The streets it's not worth it. We got Boosie, who is 42 years old, right? Not much. Me and him are around the same age. 42 years old, facing, I don't know, 15 years in prison, right? And in your 40s, jail is not the place that you want to be, man. That's not the place that you want to go. the smells that you have to smell, the the petty shit that I'm sorry, the petty stuff that you have to fight over, you know, the fear of riots, the fear of, every day not knowing when somebody that's a family member passed, you can't get out to go attend their funeral. Your kids are becoming older. If they're already adults, they're starting to have children. You're not in your 40s, you're not going to be able to visit your grandchildren or see your grandchildren, only maybe virtually or through a visit. But that's not that's not a place that you want to be in your 40s. Why? And Boosie, of all people, has nothing to prove. He has nothing to prove. He's already served his time. He's already done his thing and proved that he's a real stand-up street guy, right? But for some reason, getting caught up in these streets, getting caught up with this image, has him in a predicament to where now it's like, man, damn, I'm just going to eat this time because I'm too old. I don't want to be fighting. I'm tired of fighting. Just give me a reduce, let me just plead out and basically work a deal to where I could just get less time and be able to come back. And hopefully to where I don't have to do so much time that I miss out on a lot. So this goes to show you, man, that there's no benefit in being street or being hood or being a real ninja. Why? Because in the end, you're either going to get played or you're going to have to go against the rules. And with AI emerging, it's pretty much not going to be too many options other than blue collar, other than these jobs that are considered essential. So go out there. If you're a female, you're thinking about doing hair, do some hair, man. Go out here and if you go become a nurse, right? That goes for male or female. Become a nurse. If you're a man, go get you a barber's license. Or a female, get you a barber's license. I see this girl on Instagram. She got a wagon on her. She uses the fact that she has a wagon on her to get people to come to her barber shop. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen her. She's I believe she's a lesbian, but she uses the fact that she has a huge derriere to get guys to go to her shop. Whatever it is, man, create, stream, do something, man. Try to figure out a way other than the streets, man, because the streets, there's no happy ending or walk into the sunset, right? It's just prison, death, being disabled, or disappearing, right? Nobody hears from you. So with that being said, peace.